Hi all, welcome back. We are finally back down on Sally Jane for the first time in like a month. We survived the storms, no canopies ripped, no ropes come loose, no fenders lost, no damage to the boat, it's not banged on anything, so we've done well. So I'm just going to do a few quick jobs today. So the first up is I'm going to get into the engine bay. You'll have seen it in the past. It's full of belt dust all over the place. So I'm going to get in there, I'm going to vacuum it up, and I've got some quick detailer and a cloth as well. So I'm going to get all the dust up. If you remember back to when I was fixing the water pipes in the water tank, there was some holes in the bottom of the lining. So I'm just going to fill them with gel coat. Now that the water tank and everything's stopped leaking, then that works. Should have dried out by now. It's been 6 months, so yeah, it should be dry, and I should be able to get those sealed. I bought a nice big tub of Onyx teak cleaner. I'm going to try that instead of the Wessex 2-part stuff, and as you can see, the teak is not the cleanest in the world. It's been walked on quite a lot with mucky feet recently, so I'm going to give that a good clean. And I have this, which is a new bathroom tap from Penguin, which is to replace the tap in there. Now, you'll notice the problem with the tap in here, pull this out, is that this pipe is, well, let's say knackered, and the head is probably beyond clean-up recovery. And it's really badly pitted on the aluminium, so for what it cost, that entire tap is coming out and going away. So what I've done is I've put a load of silicone remover on there, so I can remove the actual sink unit, because I believe that is how I get to the back of a tap, to the nut on the back of a tap that holds it in. The reason I say that is that this entire thing is all one-piece mould, so if I don't get in from there, the only other way is from the back, from the other side, from that side, which I've felt around, and again it feels solid. So I'm assuming, or working on the basis, that this is the way to get to it. I was toying with replacing the basin, but I'm not going to bother. But what I have noticed is I've put the silicone remover around, is that the silicone around this back edge, around there, is non-existent. Hence why I have been getting a load of water into the bilge whenever we've used this sink, I think. It's either that or the drain is leaking, but I'll fix all of that at the same time, and the tap. So we're going to do that. We're going to clean this, and we're going to clean out the dust in there. So that's my plan for the day. I'll obviously show you bits as I go through and show you end results. The other thing I'd like to say, obviously, is I know a lot of you watch Aquaholic, and his recent Squadron 68, I believe, Fairline Squadron 68 tour. He was on about deck lights that you can turn on when it's dark. He's like, oh, I've put this in thing. Well, you're welcome, Fairline. An always on deck light. Who would have thought? You know, I'll await the credit for that one. But in the meantime, let's get on with the jobs, and we'll see you all in a bit. So this is the starboard side before. You can see all the belt dust everywhere, and all in that top line and up there, and it's all filthy down here, and that's a bit of limestone. That's the holes that I'm gonna try and fill in. It looks like there's something screwed there at some point, maybe a bit of mesh for treading on, but there's also holes down there that I have no idea. So I'm going to fill as many of those holes as I can reach, and I'm going to clean up all this belt dust. So we'll be back shortly to show you the end result. Just quickly, in a previous video, someone asked me where you drain the coolant from on a CAD 32 engine. So on the port engine, it is these two pipes down here, you can see, trapped in a tie wrap up against the pressure pipe. We have a little brass studs in the end. Just undo the Jubilee clip, pull them out, and the coolant comes out. And on the starboard engine, they are right down there. So a little bit gripping too, but you can get to them. And I believe that is the only ones. I may be wrong, but I don't recall seeing any on this side of the starboard engine or the port engine, so I will work on the basis that they are the only ones. So yeah, there you go, just a quick little bit of information in case you're wondering. Hi there, welcome back. Now had a good rummage around and we've done some cleaning. As you can see, it's not perfect, but it does look better. And I've filled all those holes there, so I just need to let that go off now and then sand it back quickly and polish it. And I've filled some more holes on the port side as well, and cleaned all the port side as best I can. Unfortunately, without removing this, which is well and truly siliconed in even if you take the screws out, so I don't want to really cut it. I can't reach into that back corner or that back corner, but I've got it clean enough. So that's done. So that's my engine bay work done. So now I'm going to quickly go and fill those 2 holes in the kitchen, in the bathroom. Right, so after the engine bay, we've now filled these holes, let them dry, and then they'll need a quick sand back and buff. And now I'm going to get the silicone out from around there. And I've got a trusty little pick there. But if that's not right, I actually have a dedicated set of silicone pullers. So I'm going to get on with that now, and we'll be back when I've got this sink free. So, got the sink basin out, and as I said, this is all dried manky water. So the silicone from about there through to here wasn't joined, so anytime any water splashed up there, it was running down into there. And if you look down into the actual bilge, you'll see that all the pipes are black, black down there where it's gone basically mouldy, as manky water's ran down onto it. So I can't reach down there, can't do anything about it. But I'm going to clean up this, then I'm going to get the tap out. And as we said, the tap's relatively easy, so it's a couple of compression fittings up onto solid copper pipes. And then this is the flexi shower hose that's knackered. Now the new tap doesn't have solid hoses. What it has is these little flexi hoses, but they should go straight into that compression female there. So if you look, that's a sorry, I can do with pipe man. So if you look, that's a 4mm copper into a little converter and then into a female. So if I break that there, then the new flexi should just screw straight into that lower half on both of those. And then yeah, the tap should be done. And then the tap itself should be, and put the flexi down, so the tap itself should be a plate and a nut under there. Now I can't see and hold everything in at the same time, but I'm assuming it is. But yeah, so I'm going to get that tap off, get those disconnected, get this cleaned up around here, and we'll get ready for fitting that new tap. So I'll be back shortly. Right, so I'm back. Now not only do I have the basin out, but I have the tap out as well. And the wooden core inside the tap hole doesn't feel rotten, it feels dry, so I'm fairly sure that's not been leaking. You can see that we've had leaks down the back at some point and down there, obviously, as I said earlier. Now the one problem I've hit is that when you tap fitting, so these go to the bottom of the tap, these little flexes. The old ones were hard piped 4mm copper, which then went on to these compressions, push fit to compression, and this is just a tap connector compression. The problem is a tap connector isn't the same size as this new flexi, so the new flexi is a 15mm. That's a 15mm, whereas that's not. So what I need to do is I need to go and buy new compressions, 15mm type 2 compressions, a load of PTFE around there, thread them on, and I'm good. But I don't have any of those in, and I need a couple of push fit inserts, because if it's anything like the other piping I looked at, there's no actual inserts on the push fit, and you're supposed to put inserts in them to stop them from collapsing under a compression. So need a couple of inserts, need a couple of new elbows, but that's out. That's as far as I can do today. So I think I'm probably going to leave it off there. I was hoping to do some cleaning, but it keeps raining outside and I don't fancy having hose pipe and everything out and whatnot when it's raining. And in all fairness, I'm knackered. I've sliced 3 fingers open trying to get that sink out and over silicone. But you know, it's done. So yeah, but I'm going to call it there for this week, and I'll be back next week to finish fitting that tap with the correct fittings, and we'll do a decking next week as well. So turns out this is a much shorter video than I expected. Anyway, take care everyone, and I will see you in a week. Stay safe. Bye bye.